One.
Hello, and welcome to ShelfLife, which is a simple web app for food storage. So happy to have you here today. Let's introduce you to our development team. First of all, I'm Jacques, or JP, and I'm the system configuration developer.
My name is Tomas Chavarria, and I'm the front-end developer for ShelfLife.
I'm Mikhail, I'm backend developer.
I'm Alejandro or Alex, and I'm the QA and scribe at ShelfLife.
All right, and with that, let's get started.
Have you ever opened your fridge only to discover something that you meant to cook weeks ago, but now it's beyond saving and you have to throw it away? Well, we've all been there, and unfortunately, so have millions of others across the US. In fact, every year, 473 billion worth of food is wasted in America, and 20% of that is simply because the food expired before it could be used. So, how can we better track what we have and reduce food waste? Well, our attempt to solve this huge problem is ShelfLife. Uh, ShelfLife is a website that helps households to keep track of the food they have. We are trying to make it super easy to use with features like simple food catalog, notifications for when food is about to expire, and a very secure, simple login for users, of course. So we're designing ShelfLife to help low-income individuals save money on food, but it's also perfect for people who tend to forget what's in their fridge. And really, it's for anyone who wants to manage their food better.
Exactly, and we saw this rise as a result of our needs. We saw what was much needed, and we incorporated unique features such as instances specific to particular groups. Say, for example, you're in an apartment with some roommates and you want to delineate, oh, this food is mine, or this food is yours, or we can share this food. We can share the eggs, the apples, what have you. It's good for families and it's even good for individuals to keep track of what you have and what may expire. It's a containerized application with a simple, straightforward, easy to use web interface that allows for claiming of food or sharing food. And to that end, in order to achieve this web app, we have a fantastic stack of libraries and frameworks. In our front end, we use Vue.js, a very latest front-end framework with a lot of library support, and a backend in Flask, which is in Python, for communicating with the database in PostgreSQL. And all of these are containerized within Docker so that it's easily transportable across operating systems. This means cross-platform support.
Now, the most important part of this project is how we're outlining the architecture. And so what we have here is a system context model that virtually explains how we are going to be organizing, whether it be the back end, the front end, the actual uh, database. We have everything organized. And so as you can see here, we have as the main node, the website that links to user accounts. Now, this user account can be taken from the database, which is part of the backend, and this will be linked with the Google API, which will then provide notification services given any given operating system, and that would lead back to the website. And as the user interacts with the Vue.js portion, which would be the front end, the user will be able to do everything that we've outlined in the previous parts of the presentation. Another important part of this is mitigating and the risk. And so risk management has been at the core of a lot of what we've been working on. Time management issues for this project may cause missed deadlines, which have a medium probability of occurring. We are trying to mitigate this by keeping consistent communication. We have a myriad of different websites and different chats that we have to try and keep everyone accountable. We are expecting some Git merge conflicts, which that's very high probability of occurring. So we are going to delineate the task clearly and work on separate areas of the code, as you saw earlier with certain developers working on the front end, others on the back end, and others as scribes. Furthermore, we may have problems with Docker setup and compilation, as this is a relatively new software for some of us, but we think that the ability to work across many different operating systems is going to supersede the issues that we might have and will make it an important part of this project. So to leverage this, we're going to leverage GitHub Actions to verify functionality.
So of course, whenever you're making a product, you're making it for a user. We've used users very often in this interview. And so some of our users examples, we have Pantry Owner, and we use the what it is, who wants it, and why they want it framework in making our user cards. And I'll go quickly. So for example, if they're a pantry owner, they would want to use this app to add new food to their inventory and track the expiration date and avoid food waste. Pretty simple. And like if you have roommates, you want to make sure that their shared kitchen does not have like food already. So if you have chicken, you don't need to get chicken again, and you want to abstain from losing time and money by buying something you already have. And so oftentimes there's problems, and we've come up with solutions.
So our next steps are outlined in a backlog. So we'll be simply pulling tasks or tickets from there to continue development. And you can see some examples of the tasks that we already outlined. For example, I have implement backend logic for saving food items. To estimate development time, we used an agile methodology called planning poker. So for the first 2 weeks, we have 57 total points, and across one sprint, so we have 28.5 velocity per week, which is essentially how much work we aim to complete. And our total capacity for the sprint is 72 hours or 36 hours per week. So we definitely can complete the project on time. So, and I think with these steps in place, we're confident that we can efficiently move forward and bring this project to life. Yeah, and thank you so much for watching.
Thank you. Any
Awesome.
questions?
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, guys. First off, I